Hello, everyone. This is Julia di Sosa-Rocha, your trusted real estate advisor with eXp Realty, Julia and Associates team. And I just came across really interesting information and really cool program that I felt like I need to share with you guys. I cannot keep it a secret because I can clearly see that this program will help to a lot of buyers who maybe cannot qualify for regular types of financing, but you will be able to be the homeowner this year thanks to this program. I had a closing earlier this week with Parkway Law Group, and the owner, Chris Little, told me that he just closed two transactions where both buyers, their financing was denied by their previous mortgage broker, and the files were transferred to Keith, and he was able to save both transactions. And all the parties are happy, transactions happened, and it happened that Keith and we worked few years ago, so I was very happy to reconnect with him. And when he told me more information about this program, I'm like, okay, Keith, we really need to record this video to educate our buyers because I know for sure that some of you will benefit. Now I will ask Keith to introduce himself and tell us more about this amazing program. Keith, please go ahead.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Valentine's Day to everyone. I am Keith Webster of Apex Mortgage Group. We've been in business for pushing 30 years. Don't want to age ourselves, but and throughout the course of that time, Julia, you and I have experienced a lot of happy moments, and we've had a few, God bless you. We've had a few, moments that have not been so happy, where, we've had people really excited to purchase their first home or their next home just to find out that something in their tax returns or a life situation cut into the guidelines of being able to accept them for their program. And so, with the appreciation of homes and people being priced out of the market sometimes in certain areas, we found it necessary to always and continue to work on different products that will bring people into home ownership. And so, what we did that we're very proud of is connected with a tribe. We call it a tribal agency that allows for the rules of FHA to combine with the tribe to bring people more and closer to home ownership, allowing through what we call an earned equity program. Some people will think more closely to a lease purchase, but it's so much far better than a lease purchase. But when you start thinking along the lines, let's start there, to where, when someone has an issue with their debt to income ratio, with proving income, with a bankruptcy and other things, we're able to get them approved with the tribe to be a leasee with the tribe. So the tribe will allow them to go purchase the house of their dreams, or get under contract rather, the house of their dreams. And then the tribe will take over that contract and close it on their behalf and lease that same house to the buyer until they are ready to buy it. Okay. Go ahead.
Let me ask, what I understand, one of the major differences of this program compared to traditional lease purchase program that some people may be familiar with, it does not limit the buyer to look in certain areas. So they're wide open. They can look like anywhere in Georgia. And the condition of the property just has to meet the FHA guidelines.
That's absolutely correct.
Okay, okay.
They can find a home anywhere in Georgia or any state that we're licensed in. They can remodel the home after getting in it.
Awesome.
They have full access to all of the equity day one of the lease. So if
Perfect.
a life-changing event happens and they choose to sell, they can sell and take all the equity that they have established in the house.
Perfect. Great.
Mhm.
Okay, so what are the main highlights and requirements for this program, Keith, so that people would know?
All we need is one credit bureau with a score of 580. It can be a soft pull or hard pull. It can even be a little short of 580, and we can still make an exception.
Okay.
We can have a debt to income ratio of 60% versus your standard FHA qualification of 50%. Someone can discharge a bankruptcy the same day or be in foreclosure the same day. We can
Okay.
use bank statements to qualify the income. We can use depleting assets or W-2 or pay stubs. We can go a lot of different routes to get people into this product.
Okay, great. And how is it any time frame? How long this program is giving them the option to either refinance or buy some? Tell us more about it.
Hold on to your seats. 40 years. Okay, 40 years. No prepayment penalty, no gotchas. They're what we call a gotcha, like you understand something and then it's different. Everything is on the up and up, and everything is for the health of all parties involved. They have 40 years to purchase the house,
That is
or
awesome.
sell the house.
The regular lease to own, they usually give 12 to 24 months. That's
Right,
amazing. Okay.
right, right. We get 40 years. So the actual rental payment is amortized over a 40-year amortization, which makes the actual rent or lease payment less than they would typically pay if they were to rent somewhere, uh, let alone buy.
Mm-hmm. Uh, so since the borrower is considered like they are tenants, if something happens during their possession of the property, how is it considered? Like, who is responsible for doing the repairs? Tell us.
Mhm. The tenants are responsible for the repairs. So let's look at it like this. You're not a typical tenant.
Mm-hmm.
You have home ownership interest in this property.
Yes.
The tribe is providing you the ability to access all of the equity day one. That
Mm.
means the money that you've placed down, along with the appreciation that's built over years. So along with that, the tenant has a responsibility for the upkeep of the property.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's say they're at the point when they are ready to buy.
Okay.
What happens at that moment?
At that moment, we evaluate the equitable position in the house. So we do an appraisal, of course, and in most situations, if not typically all, the house should be worth more than when they bought the house for or got into the lease earned equity agreement. So let's say the home appreciated by $60,000 and the balance now has gone down a few thousand from the payments that have been made on the house, along with their 3.5% that they put down. They get ready to buy, then what we do is we evaluate, because we're going to be walking along with them the whole time, getting them ready to buy. Whatever was
Mhm.
keeping them short of buying, we would be an advisor to them the whole time, preparing them to purchase the property. So if we're doing a bank statement program, we would use the bank statement guidelines in order to either refinance the house into their name or do a straight out purchase. After they're in the house for 12 months, they have the ability to use the equity to refinance the house into their name. And what that does is it cuts them from having to bring any money to the closing table, just using equity to purchase the house.
Okay, okay, awesome. And I think you mentioned about 1%, like some like that.
So people ask, how does the tribe make money?
Yeah.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
the tribe makes money by charging 1% of the purchase price
Mm-hmm.
and then putting it as a silent second on title. Okay.
Okay.
Silent second, what does that mean? That means that that little short amount lien, $5,000, for example, on a $500,000 purchase, sits silently without asking for any payment until the next transaction on the property. So whenever our tenant client decides to purchase the property, that has to be paid off with it. And that's how the tribe gets paid and releases the house totally to our tenant.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, great. So I think like I'm quite clear about the program. I understand that this is a brand new program that you just brought here. It is like 2 weeks old. So it
Yes,
uh,
yes. We have
we are
so,
one of the few ones to learn about it.
and I'm excited about that, Julia, because I know where your heart is when it comes to bringing people into home ownership. And it was very important to us in this program that this is a clean transaction with no surprises. that looks out for all parties involved and is compliant with the government and regulations. That was important to us. So getting people into home ownership or on the track to home ownership, this is definitely a 5-star tool that we're very excited about.
So am I. And once
Excellent.
I share with our clients, I'm sure a lot of buyers will be happy that this program will give them hope to become homeowners this year and not waiting years after. By the way, one
Yes,
more
ma'am.
question about interest rates. Like,
Mhm.
tell us a little bit more about the interest rate, because it has been a concern lately for some home buyers.
Mhm.
Or what the interest rates they should expect if they go with this program.
Here's the great thing about this program. When it comes to when we're speaking about interest rates, let's remember that the tribe, excuse me, for all intents and purposes, the tribe is our borrower, okay? Because the tribe will be buying